My name is Tony Hilliard. In my last cookery video during the coronavirus pandemic, we made some of my mum's currant buns. Today we are going to try another of her recipes. This is bread pudding. Making bread pudding seems particularly apt at the moment, as I know this social lockdown is affecting many people's finances. The cost of making bread pudding is almost nothing, as we will be using some stale bread, which sadly most people throw away. Let's see how we get on. First priority, give your hands a really good wash with this coronavirus and general hygiene. This is the recipe typed out. If this goes a little bit too quickly for you, you can always use the pause button on the bottom left hand corner of your screen. This is what we're trying to achieve. Absolutely delicious. First things first, turn on your oven and preheat the oven to 180 degrees C. Most important. This happens to be white bread, but you can use white or white and brown or a mixture, whatever. You weigh out 8 ounces. Then you need to separately weigh out 3 ounces of sultanas or currants. We're going to need some milk, margarine. Weigh out the margarine. You're going to need 3 ounces of that. Weigh out your brown sugar. You need 2 ounces of that. Mixed spice, 1 egg. Nice and simple. Now you take your 2 imperial pint pie dish. That's 1.2 litres. Size is on the top of the recipe there. You want to line the inside with butter, either off a wrapper or some paper towel dipped in the butter. Stop the pudding sticking. Large mixing bowl. Put your stale bread into there. Into the sink. Soak it thoroughly in cold water. Make sure she's well soaked. Now this needs leaving at least a couple of hours, preferably overnight, to make sure it's really soaked. Once it's soaked, you can then break up the bread. This is the broken up bread, soaked overnight. Now we're going to drain the water out. At this point my wife tells me that I nearly murdered the bread pudding because I squeezed out too much water. I've used a nice clean tea towel. There we are. If you take too much water out of it, the bread pudding is liable to be too dry. This is where I overdid it. Right, back into the bowl. In with your sultanas, your mixed spice, teaspoon of mixed spice. Usually gets ever so damp, this stuff. There we are. Now your brown sugar. Mix it all up thoroughly. Whatever you do, don't use an electric mixer. It'll end up chopping the sultanas into pieces and you'll lose the moisture. Now take your egg, break it into a small mixing bowl. Tablespoon of milk. Now the next part is optional. If you're going to use orange essence, make sure that you shake the bottle thoroughly, because the stuff sticks everywhere. 1 capful. As I say, it's optional, but it's worth putting in. Mix it up. Now mix the egg milk mixture into the mixing bowl with the bread mix and stir it up. I've speeded this up obviously, otherwise it's like watching paint dry. Now, small saucepan, take your margarine, gently warm that up till it becomes liquid. Whatever you do, don't burn it. Again, I've speeded this up a little bit. Right, into the bread mixture. Suddenly it becomes very moist. Again, mix thoroughly with a wooden spoon. You're aiming for a creamy effect. Also, the more you mix it, the more the sultanas are mixed in, and they're evenly distributed throughout the bread pudding. Take your buttered pie dish and either pour, if you're lucky, or more likely spoon the mixture into the pie dish. And then just level it out. Into your preheated oven, 180 degrees C. Normally takes 25 minutes, depending on your oven, of course. 25 minutes later, if the goods are with you, she's done. Now to test it's done, just carefully with a skewer or a spike, dip it in. If it comes out clean, it's done. And this is what we're trying to achieve. Hot with cold ice cream, or cold with hot custard. Delicious. I hope you found that interesting. If you have any of your parents' baking recipes and would like to email them to me, I will try them out and make a video for everyone to see. Why not? We are all a captive market at the moment. My email address is at the end of this video. Until next time, cheerio!